What's up, y'all? This is Brave, and I'm back for another review of Toya and Reginae. This is season 1, episode 5, and the episode is titled Secrets and Games. Let's jump right into this review. So we actually start this episode off with Toya. She's at the Strength of a Woman Fest, and if you guys don't know, that's actually a festival that's created by Mary J. Blige, because I believe she dropped the song Strength of a Woman, or maybe that was her album title. Can't really recall, but I do know that that is her festival. And Toya did not only have one booth there, she had two. She was there to promote two of her businesses. I mean, I will say it was really cool to see the business side of things when it comes to Toya, because I feel like this show, it is so filled with the family drama, but I do like to see what she has going on for real in her personal life. It was honestly good to see her interacting with everybody who wanted to take pictures with her, have conversations with her. You know what I'm saying? There was even a woman who walked up to her and was like, listen, I love that you got on your live and talked about how this new generation loves to share their business with everybody on the internet. I was just telling my daughter that she has to stop doing that. So, hearing it from you, maybe she might listen. I still love the fact that Toya is relatable to women, and I'm just like, yeah, see, I want to see more of that. But that was a cute scene, right? Cool. So Reginae, y'all, we see Reginae. She is going to her dad's concert in LA, baby. So you already know she trying to show up so she can be stunting like her daddy. Cause y'all remember when Reginae was Little Wayne's my daddy, my daddy, my daddy, my daddy. He's the GOAT. He's the greatest. You know what I'm saying? She be walking around with that energy 24/7. And let anybody say anything negative about her daddy, you know she got something to say. So she was there with the OMG girls. Now, I was kind of annoyed. Okay, I'm going to be honest. I was kind of annoyed at the fact that they did not put the OMG girls. Like, I get it. They may not officially be a group anymore. But when it's them three, just say the OMG girls. And then for Reginae to be like, oh yeah, my girls are here with me, Beja and Zanique. And I'm like, okay, what about the other girl? I think her name is like Brianna or something. You could have just said, all my girls are here. Why you only single those two out? You don't really rock with her like that? I'm just curious. But nonetheless, they talk about how she plans on moving to LA. As we all know, all of these girls, I believe they still stay down south somewhere. I don't really know if they're in Atlanta or not, but they are still happy for their friend, which I love. I love the fact that they want to see their friend grow, accomplish more things. We want to see Reginae take LA. You know what I'm saying? I hope that she meets great people out here in LA and she is able to flourish. But why didn't we get a scene with her and Lil Wayne? Am I the only one who was waiting to see Weezy F Baby? Please say the baby. Was I the only one waiting to see that man? Because I'm just sitting here like, all right, her little OMG girlfriends, they cute or whatever. But you here to see your dad. Where is this man? Give us something, Wayne. But I guess that man said, listen, I'm already allowing y'all cameras backstage with my daughter. You won't catch me on screen. Nonetheless, you guys, we slide on over to Red. He has planned a romantic night for Toya, right? And she is so happy about this. She's telling him how she wants to do a couple's game night, invite some friends over, invites her sister and her man. Casey, he has a girlfriend, I believe, too. So, make this a fun experience for everybody. And he's all down for it. But here goes Red talking about he wants another baby. I said, sir, really? You want another kid? Like, I don't know why it shocked me that he said that. Because I get it. Him and Toya, they only have one child together. Rain is still, pretty young. So if she were to have another baby, there wouldn't be that far of a space gap. Unlike Reginae and Rain. Because I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. But honestly, Toya is still pretty young. Even though she did mention that she has some health issues going on. Like, Toya is still pretty young. And she could definitely have another baby if she chooses to. You know what I'm saying? If her and Red want to go forward with that idea. But also, I feel like Toya wants to focus on her business. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Toya has finally gotten to the place where she can just be Toya. You know, we don't look at her and be like, okay, well, her claim to fame is Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? People are not throwing that in her face anymore. And right now, I can understand if she just wants to focus on her businesses and, make sure she's successful. I can understand that as well. But, I mean, like I said, if this couple wants to have another baby, good for them. If they choose not to, that's cool as well. Now, here's the thing. She happens to notice that this man is not wearing his wedding ring. And according to him, oh, it's because I just came from the gym. Sir, tell that lie to somebody else. Now, if you guys were to ask me, do I think that Red really lost his ring? No, I don't. I'm just going to be honest. I don't think that Red lost his ring. I think that Toya, still needed a little bit more drama because the drama with her relatives have fizzled out. You know what I'm saying? Her and her sister are in a good place. She done got her mama to go to the doctor. Her and her brother are working on their relationship. So what else is going on? Okay, we're just gonna make a little minor issue between her and Red that's not really real. Nonetheless, speaking of Red, he goes to play golf with Danielle's husband. I think his name is Dewan or Dwayne. No, it's Dewan. And Red is honest. He talks about how he lost the ring. He don't know where he put it. He don't know where he sat it down. He don't know where this ring is. Okay. And his homeboy is like, well, you have to fix that because at some point you have to be having a ring on. You can't just be going days and days without having one on. So Dewan ends up calling Danielle. Danielle tells him, listen, just buy a replacement ring, tell her what happened, and then just say that it's coming in the mail. Which I agree. Sir, just buy a new ring. Tell her exactly what happened, like Danielle said, and be like, I'm so sorry I took my ring off and I misplaced it, but I do have one coming. How hard is that to do? I don't think that's hard at all. But he's still talking about some boy, I gotta figure some things out. Sir, get it together. Y'all are really dragging this storyline because y'all ain't got nothing else to talk about. But we gonna slide on over, y'all, to Toya. Now, Rain has graduated. I think it was from what, pre-K or kindergarten, somewhere down there. And because, the lower level grades, I cannot recall which one you graduate at. Is it pre-K, kindergarten, one or the other? So they actually go cake decorating. It's Toya, Reginae, and Rain. And I was like, oh, this is so cute. However, the only issue that I had with this scene was that I wish that Joshay was included in it. I really do. Like, I understand that Rain and Reginae are your biological daughters. I get that. However, I would have loved to see Joshay be included. You know what I'm saying? Because this girl doesn't even have any parents, if we want to be technical, because unfortunately, her dad died and the mom is MIA. So I kind of wish that she would have been there, you know, just so that she could be included. Because I feel like we've only seen her, what, once, maybe twice? You know what I'm saying? And they keep having all these family things, and this little girl ain't there. And she's what, 17 years old? She can come to some of that stuff. But nonetheless, first thing I noticed, Rain has a head full of hair. Like when she was on the other scenes that we saw Rain, I never paid attention to her. I think it was because her hair was like braided up. But I was like, look at Rain and his head full of hair. Oh my gosh. But they end up talking about Reginae moving to LA. Now, Reginae, she says that she's ready for this experience. She's ready for something new, something fresh, a new scenery, new atmosphere. And I believe that she is ready for that. You know what I'm saying? They have already done Atlanta so many years. I get it. Now, Toya, on the other hand, she's still getting very emotional because this is her firstborn daughter. Her and Reginae, they practically raised each other because they're so close in age. And that is like her partner in crime. You know what I'm saying? She's always only been 20 minutes away from her daughter. This is a very big change for them. And then she speaks about how Rain is basically going to grow up without her sister. And I was like, okay, no wonder, earlier in the season, she kept mentioning how, she wants Rain and Reginae to have a really close relationship. But here's the thing, it was already going to be hard for them to have a close relationship because they have this giant age gap. You know what I'm saying? Reginae's a grown woman. She's out here doing, whatever she wants to do. She's what, 24, 25 now? And Rain is like 5 years old. So that age gap is crazy enough. And then to add another layer on top, Reginae moving to LA, which means that she will only, see y'all on FaceTime, or if she's flying back and forth from, LA to Atlanta or vice versa, it will be very hard for them to have a steady relationship. But I really do hope for those girls that they do, you know, make it happen. Because it's definitely not the same to, witness someone as they grow up versus just seeing it through pictures, videos, and a few FaceTime calls. It's real different. Oh, one more thing from that scene, and then I'm going to move on. Did y'all catch the fact that Reginae said that she has been on her own since she was 18 years old? Did I forget that? Was that on like Tiny and Toya or something? Or on one of the reality shows that Toya has had that Reginae moved out at 18? For some reason, I do not recall that. But that makes a lot of sense as to why Reginae could possibly be the way she is. And I don't mean that in a negative way at all. I'm just saying that at the age of 18, to be moving out on your own, it's one thing if you are at college, you know what I'm saying? Because you are in the dorm rooms, you are still around a bunch of, other kids your age. Like, that's one thing. But her having her own apartment, dipping it and doing it in the streets, yeah. Baby girl's been grown for a long time, and we just gonna slide on past that. Y'all, let's get on to Beatty. Beatty is with her man, and they are out here playing cornhole or whatever. This is just a little cute date for them. We learned that this man, Ricky, that's his name, he is from New Orleans, and baby, you can hear that accent heavy. Um, this is the guy who has been with her for a while now, and he was also with her when she was with Mel, okay? So as they sit down to eat or whatever, he basically asks her, how do you feel about Mel? Do you still think about her or whatever? And she does say that, she thinks about her from time to time, but her main focus and priority is Ricky. Now, the only thing about their relationship is the fact that it is a long distance relationship. I mean, it's only what, a few hours away, but it's still a long distance relationship because he lives in New Orleans and she lives in Atlanta with her sister. Now, I was kind of wondering if she would possibly move to New Orleans to be with him, but because of this show, she's probably going to stay with her sister. Um, she does tell him that her sister is having a game night, and she wants him to come and meet the family. And he ready. Baby boy said he is ready to meet the family. And I was like, okay, they probably gonna like him anyways because as long as you wasn't bringing mail to the party, I think anybody would have got a pass as long as it wasn't mail. But y'all, let's move on to the next scene. So we see Toya, she FaceTimes Casey, tells her that she has a surprise for him, and they're gonna link up later. Cool. So next thing you know, we slide on over to Danielle's house because she is actually babysitting Rain as well as her own son. Well, not babysitting him, but y'all know, she watching him. And, she talks about how she loves her godchild. However, when it's both these kids at the house, it can be a lot. And then for her to say, and they know I don't like kids like that, I said, ma'am, so please say that Jaden is your only child, number one. And number two, I would assume that you just had your son so that your husband can shut up about having a baby. But I'm going to let you cook, girl. I'm going to let you rock. Okay? So they plan on making like some type of Rice Krispie treats or something. And then Toya ends up coming through the door. So when Toya shows up, she actually shoos the kids away so that way the adults can talk. So Toya opens up about the fact that Red planned this really good night for them, and she loved it. However, she does bring up the fact that this man wants another child. Danielle is like, I thought y'all were done with that. So it's clear that they've already had this conversation before. And Toya is like, I thought we were done with that idea as well. However, this man is dead serious about having another baby, and she don't know about all that, especially considering she's going through some health issues that she hasn't even told him about. She hasn't told Danielle about. She has been keeping this information to herself. Now, we don't know exactly what she's going through. However, I think we're going to find out on the next episode. So, of course, Toya then brings up the fact that this man has not been wearing his ring. Does Danielle already know about this? Yes, she does. But she about to pretend like she don't know what is happening. So Toya goes on to talk about how Red has not been wearing his ring. And Danielle is like, listen, I done told this man what to do. I don't know why he ain't done it yet, okay? Now, as for Toya, she's still upset about that. However, she is at least in a good place with some of her family members. You know what I'm saying? She's in a good spot with her mom. Her and Beatty have come to, some understanding. The only person left on the list is Casey. And we all know Casey likes to explode. Casey likes to be a hothead. And baby, that conversation definitely needs to be had. Alright, now speaking of Casey, we actually see him and Toya meet up, and she surprises him with a studio session. I said, "Ooh, girl, you doing way more than most people would have done, especially with the way Casey be talking to you." But it was a very nice gesture. She wants him to see that she does support him and his music career, and she even brings in his producer, and they start working on this song. Now, y'all, I can't even lie. That little blood in my eye song that he had the last time that he wanted to sing at the mama birthday party, I wasn't feeling that song. But this one right here, I said, okay, Casey, you might have something. You might have some talent, okay? Now, what got me was the fact that this man talking about I need Drake on a feature. Sir, I need for you to start smaller. How about that? Stop trying to reach for the biggest talent and try to work with people, who on the same playing field. Like I said, go find T.I.'s son Damani. Try to get him on the track. How about that? Let's start small, buddy. Alright, so after they talk about the song being a good song, she has to tell him her true feelings. Now, do I think this was the best setting for Toya to express herself? Not really, because it does kind of put a damper on the happy moment that they just had. However, this may have been her best shot to express herself to Casey. Because he's feeling good, he may be in a better headspace. So I get it. So she tells him how, she understands that he's still adjusting to life and how he feels that his music career should be bigger than what it is. However, he cannot take it out on the family members. The reason why he ain't successful. He cannot take it out on them because his music is where he wants it to be. You know what I'm saying? He has to start making moves on his own. Now, y'all, I don't know what the hell Casey was talking about after she expressed how she felt, because he basically was trying to make it seem like she was bringing drama to his doorstep, and he was just responding to it. I'm just like, Casey, now don't try to flip things around, okay? Now, as for Toya, I feel like her thing is this. I know that, I became successful, but that doesn't mean that I need to keep carrying all y'all on my back, okay? Because that's really what it sounds like to me. She's tired of having to be the breadwinner of the family, as well as the person who has to put every member of the family on. No, that's not her job. Like, she's absolutely right. That is not her job. Her only job is to be, a good wife, be a great mother, and, have success for herself and what's going on in her household. She can't make the public like everybody in her family. And she definitely can't make everybody career pop just because. Okay? Now, one thing that I appreciate was the fact that she made sure to tell him to stop talking to her crazy, especially over text messages, because whatever he is saying to her, it has to be the absolute worst. And Casey definitely needs to go ahead and get himself some therapy because, sir, you have done 8 years in prison. And like he said, that was 8 years of his life being at a standstill. But listen, the world keeps spinning, okay? Now, according to Casey, he not gonna do this stuff no more. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna be cussing her out over the phone. And he's a changed person. Y'all, we're gonna see how long that lasts. Now, let's go ahead and move on to the next scene. Alright, so the next scene is the game night, you guys. Everybody starts to arrive. We randomly see Kirk and Rashida. I was like, they would be here. We do see Ricky meet Danielle as well as Toya, and they were very nice to him, you know what I'm saying? As long as the person was not male, they were going to be nice, period. Now, Toya has her little drip doctor there, and basically, she told them they can get a vitamin drip, but it's supposed to be like some type of sexual enhancement in the vitamins. I was like, girl, what kind of party is this? Especially with this random group of folks. Girl. This ain't the type of crowd for that type of party, okay? So they decide that they're going to play the couples game. And the couples game is them just asking random questions and getting different couples' perspective, right? So the first question was, how long should sex last? Here comes Ricky with his 45 minutes versus Rashida and her 12 minutes. I said, you know what? Good night. Clearly, we are on two different pages with these two groups. I'm sorry, it's not that funny. It's just the fact that it was Rashida and Kirk, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, 12 minutes. That sounds about right, especially for that couple versus the younger couple, which is Beatty and her man, trying to go a solid 45. Now let's get to the next question because some type of way, this was another question that was directed to Ricky, and it was basically, can your girl have a girlfriend? And according to him, he's going to let Beatty do what she does. At the end of the day, that has nothing to do with, their relationship. And as long as he can watch, he good. Now, here comes some of the other perspectives. Because Dewan, he don't play about Danielle. Because that is his, all his. Can't nobody else have her. Now, did y'all catch Kirk over there dapping this man up? And he over talking about some, I'm going to stay in my lane. I'm going to stay in my lane. Yeah, we don't want to hear you say nothing, Kirk. Especially after the way you played in Our Faces with Rashida and you had a whole baby on the side. We don't want to hear nothing from you, Kirk. Not at all. Now here comes Red talking about some, one time for the one time, every man wants a threesome, so he is willing to share Toya, if only for one night, with another woman. Okay? I said, I'm sorry, Red. You didn't marry Candy, okay? And you did not marry Tiny. I don't think Toya goes for that. I'm sorry, her homegirls do, but I don't think Toya's that girl. Alright, y'all, so then we get to this next question that is read by Toya's homegirl, who looks exactly like Remy Ma without makeup on. Nonetheless, she reads the question of how would you feel if your partner does not wear their wedding ring? Of course, this is Toya's question because she's trying to get to the bottom of Red not wearing his ring. Of course, everybody is like, you should wear your ring because it symbols the relationship. How could you not wear your ring? All of this stuff. And then Red finally chimes in. He talking about some, it's whatever fits you. Oh, Toya, she ain't tripping. Sir, read the room. Please read the room. So somebody asked him, like, oh, well, where your ring at anyway? And he tells him, oh, I just came from the gym. Now, Toya, she starts to blow up because she's like, I'm sick and tired of this gym excuse, okay? You've been saying it's at the gym for the past couple of weeks now. Where is the ring? Y'all, and that is where the episode went off. This episode, it wasn't too bad. Now, y'all, what do y'all think about it? Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to y'all in my next review. Bye, guys.